wonder what's happening, mate, at the moment.
I can't see the screen because that's
You're good. Right, Bay of Plenty. Getting very close to the line. Short Wino passes out the back of Modi now in the corner. And I think they have been able to score that one there for Hawkes Bay, Bay of Plenty to start this game off right. We will go like this. We will go like this.
Here I am.
And we all go like this.
Dancing like a hurricane.
Yeah. There we go. Right, we have switched back to our normal microphone, and hopefully it doesn't sound absolutely terrible either. We can put these down.
Oh, cool.
Just put them down on the ground for now. And unplug that so that they can no longer hear the game. Hopefully that was weird that they could hear the game, wasn't it? But this is now in the way of the chat, so we'll quickly move this over a little bit. We haven't got the close to the mic is the worse it sounds as says our models, and we can still hear it. Says, look, and I can't hear says Arlo, and not now says our models as well. So hopefully we are all right. Hopefully we don't end up with a strike there. We might actually have to mute the first part of the slide through or something along those lines.
Who died?
It doesn't look good there. It's actually Devon Flanders, number 8 jersey, normally plays.
Fields.
I guess it could be his field because it is his home ground.
Yeah.
Well, this one, but Hawkes Bay under a little bit of early pressure here.
Don't